This has been a long time, not really a long time in the making, but this video, I'm not sure it's probably an easy one for somebody to make, because it's a lot. And I've been hinting about making this video for the longest of time, because everyone kept asking me, like, why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. And behind the scenes, like, I'm very transparent with what goes on in my life, but there are certain things that you don't speak about just because of uncertainties and things of that nature. But this video is being filmed the day you're watching it, which is what, October, today's the 12th?
Yes.
Yeah, October 12th, Sunday. And this is more than perfect to disclose this video. So as you read the title, my mom is here. Y'all know Mama Zosh from, if you're an OG, the video that blew up the channel, I believe. Aside from the cooking videos, when you went for your first ride in my Integra. That was the That was the first video that ever got 1 million views on my channel. That's crazy.
1.3 million.
That's crazy. Yep. And that was back in what, 2016, 17, around there?
2017.
2017, yeah.
So still talk about that video.
Yeah, we're supposed to go for a ride in Integra again.
Nah.
You don't want to see me win, bro. It be your own mom, dog.
I cannot.
It be your own mom, dog.
Dude.
But let's talk about what's going on. So 2024. I moved back home in October of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a year later, how was that for you? From the year 2023 to 2024, how was that year?
It was kind of lonely because I was so used to having you around.
No, Mom, I'm talking about when I came back home.
Oh, when you came back
when I
home.
came, so from 2023 to 2024, that 12-month period.
Oh, it was a lot.
It was.
It was a lot.
A lot of transformation was happening, I think.
Yes.
I think once I came back and I saw the environment, and I was like, whoa. And I was like, dang. Like, you really don't know what type of environment you're in until you remove yourself and then go back and see it. And I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah. So, yeah, I think the reason why I bring that up was because a lot of people don't know. Well, a lot of people do now know. Like, there's so much information out there that, like, the body can harbor so much trauma, whether it's stress, whether it's what you're going through. Like, your health can be affected by that. And I think, what was it, October 31st, Halloween?
Oh, yeah.
Diabolical.
October 31st.
What happened October 31st?
Well, October it was October the 18th. I went in for my mammogram. And I want to say a week later, I had to go back and get an ultrasound. So October the 31st of 2024, I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer, and it was the aggressive type. That was on Halloween.
On Halloween.
And when to sit in that doctor's office and for him to tell me that you have breast cancer is like, I was in like a shock. I felt so like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Because that's the first thing when you hear the word cancer, you thinking of, okay, I'm going to die. But my doctor I had, Dr. Arroyo, he was a real sweet guy. He was gentle. I call him the gentle giant. And he talked to me a lot about it and said that he was going to get me through this and with treatments and everything, and that I was going to live. But to hear that and
Yeah.
to come home, so I went to my daughter's house, your sister, and I told her. And I broke down crying, and she was like, Mom, you got this. We're going to do this. We're going to start putting you on natural herbs and
Holistic healing.
And we're going to get the best doctor and all this good stuff. But at the same time, for a mother to hurt, I thought about my mom. My mom already had lost a child, my oldest brother. He was gone, 3 years? And I said, God, my mom cannot lose another child. She cannot bury another child. I said, God, I gotta win. I gotta fight this fight. So after I talked to my daughter, and she said, we're going to get through this. Thank God she's a nurse. She was my backbone when it comes to encouraging me, when it comes to believing my faith, having faith in God and allowing God to do what he needs to do. So I had to clear clutter out of my life, as in relationships, people. This was something that God wanted me and him to do. So when I talked to my daughter, I told her what was going on and everything. She encouraged me, we got this, we're gonna fight this, and you're gonna live. So I got home, and I'm driving home. It's like, how am I tell this child that I have cancer? That is a conversation that you don't want to have with your child. I was like trying to get my mind prepared for it. But when I did, I can't even remember how I told you. It's like...
Yeah, I don't remember. Because I don't think I've ever really dealt with... I don't know. I don't think I ever really dealt with type of news like that. So I don't know how I reacted. I don't think I reacted in a way where it's just like shutting down. Because that's never been like my forte. I usually try to... I over inquire about certain situations. Because like I know that like... I'm not the one to stress. Like if I'm going through something, then it has to be something... There's something there for me to like figure out and go through without trying to find something to replace what I'm supposed to learn. So like when I found out the news, I don't recall how I felt. I was like,
I don't think you had a reaction.
I don't think
That's why
did.
I don't think you had one. It's like,
I think it got more surreal because I was like, okay, I gotta figure something out.
Yeah.
Because it was like, well, if I gotta put off stuff, not saying that I care for, if worst came to worst, and I had to like sell a car or something like that, it's done. You know what I mean? Like I went into the mode of like financially, I got to make sure everything is comfortable, at least comfortable enough to where like you ain't got to stress. Cause you're a big stressor. You stress way too much.
For real.
You stress way too much.
Real.
I can't deal, bro.
But I'm a mother. I raised 4 kids.
That's different. Your stress.
So I know the stress. It's like, okay, if I don't make enough money to pay a car payment, they're going to repo that car. If I don't make enough money to put food on the table, pay these bills, the lights going off, because I get it from my mom.
Yeah, it's passed down.
Generation.
It's passed down.
It's a generational curse.
Especially like if...
Really, that's what it is.
Yeah. And that's why I think when I did move back home, I realized that like I gotta stop seeing you as mom and see you as Doris. Get to know who Doris is instead of like, because as a mom you expect to have, I guess you could say you have a certain expectation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, well, you're a mom, so you have to do this. Like this is, but it's like you're forgetting that like mom is a title, but the person still has to live their life and they have to navigate how they feel because they're still growing too. You never stop growing.
You're right.
And I think for me, I could call somebody, I could call stress in a way where I'm upholding to a standard based on other outside influences that I'm not giving that person grace of like understanding who this person was. Mm-hmm. So I think that like once I did move back, I started to see things like, dang, like I look at my mom now as like a child who grew up in a household who didn't have the affection, like, and like I think that's across like a lot of communities out there, Latin communities, black communities, white communities. You grew up in a household where
it's out there, it's everywhere.
Yeah, because you grow up without your parents giving you love, but you know they love you, but they're not as affectionate. So like you can't really give something you don't have because you don't know how to give it.
That's true.
Yeah. So I had to see that from my outside perspective. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I think like me not knowing how to deal with hearing certain news, I gotta figure that out myself because I don't know how to do it. I don't know what kind of conversation to have. All I knew is I think you're gonna be all right. I ain't getting no bad feeling. I didn't feel like, oh nah, man, this is the end all. Like I felt like, nah, she'll beat it. I just think because there was a lot in the household that was going on, like a lot. Yes. And you was coming home stressed and all. And I'm like, I think that's what really like just, it was bad.
If I'd have left the household the way it was, I would have died because cancer eats off stress. Yeah, and I was under a lot of stress. Yeah. You know, not knowing what's going on with you and it was just too much.
It was.
But, you know, I called my church family in Georgia. And Shell.
We sent you over there.
She was a sweetheart. And I told her to pray for me and everything, and she said, sis, you're gonna be okay. So let me give you these dates. This is what happened. So October 31st, of course, that's Halloween. That's when I found out that I had breast cancer. November the 8th, on your birthday, was my first chemo treatment. December the 1st.
Your birthday.
On my birthday, I told your sister, I say, listen, I got to go to Atlanta. I got to go to that church. If I don't go to that church before this year is out, I'm going to die. So between you and your sister, y'all made it happen. I had my birthday in Atlanta, my birthday was December 1st, and it fell on a Sunday, so I went to church. I went to church because I knew I was going to get the healing that I needed. And Ramon Preston, his wife Dion, they prayed for me. We had church. They laid their hands on me. And what really got me is that Sunday, when she have church, he don't interfere, period. He don't interfere. He let her, do her thing. She's teaching us the parts of the Bible. She's preaching and everything. So they lay hands on me, and every time they lay hands on me, well, when she lay hands at her crew, Lachelle and them, I go to the floor. So you out there, I'm out there laid out for like at least 15, 20 minutes. So when I got up off that floor, I was so woozy, like I was really woozy. So once I got up, I was headed towards the door to go to the bathroom. And Ramon, he grabbed me and he started hitting me in my chest on the left-hand side where the breast cancer was at. He kept hitting me and just praying and like, devil, you was a liar. You're not finna take her. Cancer, leave. Cancer. He was like, it was like, I was shocked because I never told him that I had breast cancer. And he was like, as he was doing it and praying for me and touching my head, my body just heated up. It's like, my body got so hot. And I was like, I was breathing hard. I can't really remember all the stuff that my body was going through. But when I left from being when he turned me loose, I was so weak. I made it to the bathroom, and I went to the bathroom. I had to like wash my face and like breathe, because I was like, I felt like I was having a panic attack, but my body was so hot. I went to touch my hand, and my hand was on fire. It's like I was burning my skin, and that was God's anointing. I received my healing then. I know I was healed. So after church, me and your sister, we went back to the hotel, and we was talking about, you know, how the church service was and everything. So when we flew back that Monday, so Tuesday morning, I was sitting outside, and I was looking up to the sky, and I seen all these birds. It was so many birds, and they was like doing loops around. They was like flying close where I was, going from tree to tree. And it was circling. It was like over, I want to say at least over 100 birds. And they kept going back and forth. And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, looking at them run from one tree to another tree. And then they start circling like right in front of me, just doing circles. And then I just got this peaceful feeling. And I looked up, I said, God, I received my healing. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I received my healing. Okay, so let me see. That was December the 1st, my birthday. Okay, so January 7th.
That's Jonathan's birthday.
On my Jonathan's birthday.
Jesus.
All these events happened
on birthdays.
On dates that I won't forget.
Yeah.
Okay, so January the 7th, on Jonathan's birthday, I go to my doctor, my breast doctor, Dr. Arroyo, and he says, I got your results. Well, back it up. December the 18th, I went back to the doctor, and I had to go get another ultrasound and an MRI. So November the 7th, when I went back to the doctor's office.
January 7th.
January the 7th. He called me. No, we can't. He canceled the appointment, and he video called me. And he said, Miss Newkirk? I said, yes, Doc. He said, can I tell you there's nothing there? Your cancer is gone? I screamed and like, what did you say? He said, it's like it's nothing never been there. And I cried because I know God healed me. I wanted to even reach out to a friend of mine that she went through breast cancer, and she was like, I think she was like maybe 15 years
with
free
of
her breast cancer. And every time I try to reach out to her, God say, no, this is me and your battle. He wouldn't allow me to reach out to nobody. Only people that knew was my mom, and my sister, and my best friend Chanel, and you, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, and my boss, they knew, because I was going to work, get off of work, my morning run, and then go get chemo,
yeah,
and go back to work. I kept working. I kept going.
Yeah.
I used to be so weak sometimes, but only time I didn't go back to work is when they gave me a higher dosage of the chemo with that Benadryl. Cause that Benadryl they give you in chemo, boy. That's a different whole type of Benadryl that would make you so sleepy, and I wouldn't dare drive that bus like that. But yeah, I was still working. I worked in the morning. I was taking chemo 3 days out the week. I come home.
That was a crazy time.
When I was strong enough to go back to work, I did. When I wasn't, I just relaxed home and drinking moringa tea. I started getting all into these.
I think that's what really helped you too. Not to cut you off, but like you being active. Because most people will sit down. And it's not like you were forced. to work and stuff like that?
No.
Because you would stress yourself.
I was going to work.
You would put the stress on others that like you like. I don't know. Like you would be like, well, I don't want to be a burden on somebody. I'm like, huh? What do you mean? Because that's just how you are.
That's
like,
it.
You didn't want you would feel for other people more than yourself. Like you have a selfless mindset.
Yeah.
And that's where I get mine from too. Like
I didn't want that burden on you. You know, I didn't want to burden nobody. And
that's crazy. But I get why though, because I'm the same way. Like if I'm going through something, I wouldn't ask nobody for assistance because I figure it out. And lo and behold, it always worked out somehow. But like I think the crazy thing is when I cut my hair off, and then I had to cut your hair off.
Okay, yeah.
That was crazy.
When you said you had, when I cut your hair.
Yeah.
And then when it was time for me, because being a woman with the chemo, losing the hair was the biggest thing for me because, you know, that just really made me feel that I really had cancer then.
Yeah,
because I'm like in the shower and I could wipe my head and my hair's falling out in my hand. So I had to put on my big girl drawers and say, you know what? Let me just we got to cut this hair.
And I had to do it. Crazy work.
Because look, I was trying to show you the difference. You cut your hair by choice. You cut my hair because I had to have it cut. It was coming out. And when I shaved my head.
I like it though. You ain't gonna never like it, but I like you with a nice little
cut. Boo.
It's nice. I think it's real nice.
No, I'm not the bald head type girl, as you can see. No. But that was a lot for me too.
That was a lot, man.
That was a lot for me. But after that, after January
7th.
Okay, so take it to January 24th. So I go to my last chemo treatment. I decided I'm not taking.
That was this year.
No, January 24th.
It's been a year? Wait, what month are we? We're in 2025. Wait, huh?
January. That wasn't. Yes, it was.
That was 24. 25,
October 24th is when I found out.
Okay, yeah. So 25, okay.
Okay.
I'm not a year behind. Okay.
Okay.
I was tripping.
After January 7th.
Of 2025.
Yeah. January
okay.
7th, 2025.
Okay.
So he still told me, he said, well, I want you to continue with your treatment. So I'm like, okay. I'm saying to myself, if God healed me, why I'm going to keep taking treatments? So I went in to get my port. That's when they put my port in.
Yeah.
Well, I had the port for them to give me my chemo treatment. So I'll go in and get it flushed like maybe once a week. So the doctor that I had at the time, she wanted to up my dosage. And I said, no, we're going to leave it at 100. Like we've been doing. So she increased it on me behind my back and gave me 400. And that's the day I was so weak. I was sick. I came home. I drove home.
I
could barely go up the stairs. I was throwing up. I was so sick. And I called my daughter. I said, Foot, she did something going on with me. This treatment wasn't like the regular treatments. So when I went back to the doctor on the 29th, I went back to the doctor. And she was saying, well, I'm going to decrease your treatment. I said, no, you're not. This is it. I'm not taking no more treatments. God has healed me. My doctor already said he don't see anything there. No, I'm done with chemo. I am not taking another chemo treatment. So she called my doctor, and my doctor called me like, well, Doris, even though I told you it wasn't nothing there, just to be on the safe side, I said, Doc, listen to me. You said at my own pace. Okay, my pace, I'm done. I'm done. God has healed me. You even said yourself that you didn't see anything there. Why would I keep taking treatment for something I don't have?
They gotta get paid. There's no money in the cure.
And that's it. So I told him, let's do the surgery. Let's go ahead. Because he said he wanted to take some lymph nodes where the cancer was at. He wanted to take them out. So let's see, March.
Yeah, I think it was March.
It was March, the second week of March, second week of April. I was over there at the doctor's office, and I went to see him, and he was saying everything still looked good. And he said, I want to take the lymph nodes where the cancer was sitting at. He said he's going to take one out. That's what he told me, maybe one or two. So I said, okay. So we went downstairs. They was going to schedule this surgery for 2 months out. Me and the lady the receptionist, we were sitting down talking and getting ready to make the appointment and all this, set up the appointment and everything. And she said, Miss Doris, you ain't gonna believe this. She said, I just got to open it for April 23rd. I said, let's do it. So April 23rd, the day I think the Pope died that day. I went in for my surgery. It was I went in that Thursday, and I went.
Yeah,
it was
I remember you called
3 or 4
me.
days.
I was with Randy.
Yep.
And that's when Randy found out, because you had called me, and then was in the car, and he was like, "What happened?" I said, "Man, I just got the call that my mom ain't got cancer no more." He said, "What?" I said, "I couldn't tell you, dog. I couldn't tell, because I ain't know. I didn't know how I could have went.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell nobody. I didn't know how it went. And I think that's the day, because he was off Thursday. He gets off early Thursday. So we was leaving the barbershop.
Yeah.
We was leaving Demetrius, and then we're coming home. And then that's when I told him. Because you had called me and on the car. I couldn't. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I knew it. Yeah. That was crazy. So what, 4 months time?
From October 31st when I found out to January the 7th. He said it wasn't nothing there. Yeah. So when I had the surgery, April the 23rd or 24th, it was that Monday, I think it was. I had the surgery. I know the Pope died that day. The Pope died that day. And when I had the surgery, your sister took me, and he wound out cutting 4 lymph nodes out instead of 1. But in between this time, I was also taking cell hormone replacement patches I was using. It's called it was A29, I think it was. They stem cell replacement patch. And it healed all my scars and all that stuff. Yeah. I was like, it was a lot. It was a lot. But to know how that doctor, he was like, you're a walking testimony. He said, I never healed he said he never heard of nobody being healed from cancer within 3 months. I said, you don't know what kind of God I serve. Me and God did that. I had to listen to God. I had to pray to God. I had to have that one-on-one time with God. It's being obedient. Being obedient.
That's it.
And that's what I did. I was being obedient. And the crazy thing about it, I was still smoking through all of this, because smoking is an addiction that is very hard. I was smoking over 40 years. You just can't quit like that. But now I am doing so much better. Where I used to buy a pack every other day, maybe a pack will last me 7 to 10 days. Now it's like I just have that urge, or I just I get aggravated about something. I just want to just take a pull of it, and I put it out.
Boy, I hate cigarettes.
Yes.
I absolutely hate
so
cigarettes.
That's another journey I'm on, and I'm gonna conquer that just like I conquered everything else.
Yeah.
But I just hated that I had to put my kids through that. But I think God was trying to show you too, when you have faith in God, anything, He can heal anything, and all this.
More importantly, you gotta have faith in yourself.
Yes.
Because you live with Christ consciousness. That's what I believe in.
Yeah.
I believe we all have Christ consciousness within us. If we don't believe in ourselves, then nothing will ever do.
But you gotta believe in God.
You do.
You gotta believe in God.
It's crazy not to. It's really crazy not to, in my opinion.
And it's so crazy that a lot of only people on my job that knew is like my general manager, my assistant general manager, my boss, because I had to tell them, because when I was missing when I tell them I can't make it back, the chemo was rough today, them three only knew. Them other people at the job, they had no clue. They think I was taking days off because I wanted to take days off. They said, "You coming back?" I said, "No, ma'am." Just kept the humor going on at this job.
Yeah,
with them.
trying to mask.
They have no clue what I went through. They don't even know about it.
Yeah.
But I had to tell my story to two of my co-workers to build their faith up.
Yeah.
They still they didn't believe me until I showed them. I said yes.
It's real.
I just had to show them the pictures and everything. They said, "Miss Doris, I cannot believe you went through it." I said, "Yeah, God is good." And then another co-worker of mine, she was like, "You're a very strong person. There's no way you kept going
And you not
through
young.
chemo.
62.
You was taking chemo and coming back to work like that. I cannot believe that." I said, "It's God. It was God." And I lost no weight. I look at those other patients when I was going to chemo, looking at them other patients, and
Sad, man.
you got young people in there,
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
they're looking like they're in their 60s. One girl was in there, she was like in her 20s, early 20s.
That's a bit much.
And she was looking like she's in her 50s and 60s. It was so sad. It was sad. It was sad. But they don't have faith. You hear
well,
them
you
saying,
can't say that, Mom.
You hear people saying, "Well, I'm going to die anyway, so I really don't know why
That's
I'm here."
true. Okay, yeah.
So you
okay.
have people speaking like that, and I'm like,
when
no.
you speak like that, yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
I said, "Do you?"
They already gave up.
Yes, because
You gotta believe.
there was a different type of person, and I was like, I talked to a few older ladies that was there, and I encouraged them, and then once that I was cleared that I was cancer free. And they was like, "I am so happy," which I had a little lady that, the nurse there, she was such a sweetheart. She was my main girl. She said, "Doris, you're going to do this. You're going to kick this." I said, "I know, girl, because I believe in God. My God is a healing God. I got this. I got this." But that was a journey. That was
Sure
a journey.
was.
That was a journey.
Sure
And I know it's
freaking
plenty of
was.
women like me that's going through this and don't want to tell their kids because they don't, they trying to hide it from people. But at the same time,
You need
it's
a
best
village.
that you need that village. You need a village. You need that village. And I am so grateful that I had family members that was there for me emotionally, financially, just giving me that extra push I needed. But with all that said and done, God is good. God is good. And I'm just glad that you ain't lose your mind, because I know you had a lot of stuff going on with you too. I'm like,
Yeah, these on the internet. They don't know what I was going through. I can't stand people, bro.
yo, but at the same time, now you can tell them,
They don't care, man.
I can't stand you, boy.
Damn, people suck, bruh. Some are cool, but most of them suck.
Yeah, well, it's like at the same time, Percy, they didn't know what was going on. They probably thought you was slacking, but now they know.
And
they look into this video.
You still get it. I don't know.
Well,
That's
people
just me
gonna
just
be
playing.
people.
Yeah, I know. I'm just playing. That's just people.
You tripping?
But yeah, I was like, yeah, nobody really knew, and I didn't want to say nothing because then I'm like, I I don't want no sympathy, no empathy.
And that's
like,
why I didn't tell people, because I don't want people.
Yeah,
Are you okay? Can I didn't want none of that, because that is so. That makes you feel much worse.
It
when
do.
People,
It honestly do.
It
do.
I didn't want people
I can't.
Because I know Mama calling me and my sister.
Yeah, and people blowing you up. That's overwhelming and overstimulating.
It is.
Gosh.
It is.
Yeah,
Moochie like,
much.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm
fine. You need
fine.
me to bring you something, this and that, and it's like, oh, I'm okay.
Yeah,
That's
where I get it
from. Mama
too.
to worry about it, cause she was like,
Yeah.
Did you eat and stuff like that? I'm like, Mom.
Yeah, your own mom worrying about
I
you.
say, Mom, God got me. I am going to be healed of this. Don't worry about me. I promise. And then your sister was so worried. You know, I could see the worration on her, and I had to tell her, baby girl, you got to let me go. God got this. And she told me the day I told her that, she felt so free. She felt free.
Yeah.
You got to let me go, because God got this. And on top of that, I just had my first mammogram, and everything was good. Nothing's there. So I'm happy about that. And I had my first mammogram on my best friend's birthday, Chanel Rogers, October 1st.
Oh, you can't be putting people governments now. Come on,
Well,
man.
that's my girl. That's my bestie. She
You
don't
can't
care.
put government names out there, gang.
Well, you cut that part out there.
Lock in, bro. Lock in.
Well, my bestie. I had my
that's crazy.
mammogram on her birthday.
Everything's
So
always
it's like
done,
everything
bro.
was
Yeah.
on a birthday, or
That's why
it was a date that I could remember, like Halloween and Pope passing away. It was just like how things fell.
Birthdays, man.
So, in November, me and the sister, we going to Atlanta, because I haven't talked to the pastor, Ramon, my church members. Only 2 know, but the other church members, they have no clue that I'm coming to give my testimony on there. They have no big revival, and they just bought a new building and everything, so that's going to be that's the reason why I'm going to Atlanta, to show my appreciation for them and to tell them my testimony. So I can wow them. And they're going to be so wild.
You trying to oil farm?
Huh?
You trying to oil farm? That ain't cool.
What you mean?
You oil farming.
What is that?
You say you finna go there and wow them.
I mean...
You oil farming.
Okay, well, I ain't trying. I'm just going to go and show my appreciation.
It's cool.
Oh, my God.
It's cool. I respect it.
I just want to show, to give them my testimony and let them know how good God is, and for them praying over me and stuff like that. Accepting my healing, building my faith.
If you would have died, would God still be good?
Why you had to ask it?
Because I just like seeing the hypocrisy sometimes amongst people. Not you in general, but like when people be dying, people don't be saying God is good. I'm like, why not? He's still good. I don't understand. But I had to break up the monotony of it.
Well, you messed me up then. Here you go.
But I'm just saying.
I'm just saying too. Now, why you had to say something like that?
I be feeling bad for the people who don't make it.
Yeah, I mean.
And it's like, I don't want them to feel like God don't love them because they didn't make it.
No.
You get what I'm saying?
I understand.
But you see what I'm saying, though?
Okay.
That's my mind be trying to like, okay, let's how we can include. My bad, y'all.
But
that's just that's just.
This boy plays so much.
Man. But yeah, that's pretty much.
That's why you couldn't really do
what I wanted to do, and then y'all kept. I'm like, bruh, I'm going through real life things, real life. It ain't happening to me, but it's happening to me.
So they're gonna have to excuse you for your little hibernation that you're doing, because he's taking care of his mommy.
No track days, no this. You just doing the same thing over. And I'm like, bruh, that's not important right now. But I ain't wanna. It is what it is. I just take it on the chin.
Yeah.
But I mean, my mom's cancer free. That's the most important thing, and things should be getting at least back better than normal. Hopefully she'll quit cigarettes.
It's coming. It's a process, you know.
God, I hope
I
so,
tried the
bro.
cold turkey thing and started feeling like a crackhead. Boy,
That's
be like,
good, though.
no, it ain't.
That's good.
Because I was snapping on them people driving that bus. They come on the buses. My attitude was like, no. It's a
Crackheads.
process. I'm going to do it.
Baby steps.
It's baby steps.
Hopefully
it really
they
is.
send
It's
you
baby
enough
steps.
strength and love in these comments.
Yeah, show me some love. Show my son some love.
Nah, don't show me love. Them niggas don't like me at all. It is what it is.
Stop playing so
I'm not
much.
playing. I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know what I did to these people.
You ain't did nothing to them.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing.
Stop acting
I don't
like
know
that.
why y'all dislike me, bro.
Stop.
Whatever.